Guys, it's time to power up the Traxxas Traxx with the CopperHead ESC. This is my first CopperHead ESC, by the way, and a 2850 Castle Slate motor right here. Now, you guys told me about the way to adjust the tracks, so I did that. So, yeah, they are tighter now. If this doesn't get the job done, I will refer to my other plan, which is basically I'm going to put a belt or a cable in the track. If these slip, that's going to happen. But guys, right now, it's all about this, and to the table we go. Check that out. Gonna be a huge power boost for the Traxxas Traxx right here. Now, the stock system, got the JST right there. All that does is drop it down to about 3 volts for the LEDs. So this is battery voltage coming off of your main battery. That's all there is to it. So I've got the JSTs on this one, ready to go. Plus I have an extra one because that servo's coming out. I'm not exactly sure what's going in, but it's gonna be a lot stronger. Now, we're gonna go ahead and get to the conversion. Pretty simple. Take the ESC up, take the motor out, and we've also got to get the wires through underneath the battery tray to the receiver box. The motor comes up and out, and it also comes with an optional pinion gear. Now, the gear that comes on it, let's see here. Okay, that looks like an 11-tooth pinion gear. Let me see, usually, yep, right there. So that means this actually has a 45-tooth spur gear. So that's nice. I was actually expecting a 17 pinion gear with a 39-tooth spur, but this actually has the gearing that what would come on a typical 2-speed TRX4. All right, we're definitely going to gear this thing up. Wires out of there, ESC is up. Got to cut the zip tie, and then as you guys can see right there, see how that runs all up underneath there? Got to take this up. You can usually just take it loose and get it up out of the way without having to take it all the way out of the back of the chassis, but then these come up and then you can get to all your wiring. With those loose, look at that, perfect. Now you have access to your wiring. There's another zip tie down in there to cut, and then we get to the receiver box. There we go. Now this is not a full-featured TRX4 with the 2-speed and all that, so you get kind of a basic receiver by Traxxas. So ESC wire right here. You find that one over here in the channel 2. Take that out. Now notice this has 2 channel 1s. If I can zoom in on this, 2 channel 1s. That is for the vehicles like dual steering servos, like say the Traxxas Summit or something like that. But anyway, take that out of there. And the white wire actually is on one of the channel 1s. As far as getting this out, it's the same for any motor ESC swap combo you could possibly want. You want to put a 1080 and a Holmes motor in there? Same exact thing. You want to put an ISDT ESC and a Holmes motor? Same exact thing up to this point. The rest is just simply just put whatever you want in. The pinion gear that comes with it is a 16-tooth, which happens to be the maximum size pinion gear you can run with a 45-tooth spur gear. So it goes all the way in the H. Almost got everything buttoned up, even running the castle wires through here like where it was from the factory, which I have run them across here and use a zip tie right through here to get more length at different times, different configurations. You could also switch this around the other direction, get a little bit more distance through here because you have a straighter route versus going up this way, down this way. But I still had enough to get to the receiver. So I'm good with that. However, it's not ready to go yet. We got to tune the ESC. So let's break out the computer. With your Castle Link connected, all you got to do is plug it into the receiver wire from the ESC. And as you can see, there is the CopperHead. Let's go ahead and check some of these basic parameters on here. We've got auto lipo, yes. 3S, gotcha there. That's fine. With reverse, but we want to have crawler reverse on here. AC, oh, 5.5 or 7.5. There is no 6. I guess we'll have to leave it at 5.5 because the receiver and the servos are only rated for 6 volts and I'm not quite ready to change those out just yet. So disable idle beeps. You don't want that thing to be beeping, right? That's noisy enough. Disable error beeps. No, I want to hear those if that happens to happen. Break them out. I think we're just going to set that at 75. Drag brake. It should be on crawl reverse, but we're going to go ahead and, Pump this up to about 90% right here. Save this. Power, low, reverse. I want about 80% on the reversing. And as far as punch control, I generally like to run about 10%. Update that. And we got advanced arming time, 1 second. Average, we're going to go ahead and tighten that up just a little bit. The lower the number here, the tighter it is on the trigger or more sensitive. We got the motor. This is a reverse rotation truck, so we're going to set that up. There's no need to go censored only on this, just leave it normal. Don't need to mess with that, don't need to mess with that, all that stuff is fine. And here we have the logging. Okay, it's got some logging. It doesn't have like a full feature like the Mamba X or Monster X or XLX2, but it does have quite a bit there. And these are actually the most important parts. Voltage, ripple, controller temp, motor RPM. I don't see a current setting on there. But regardless, I'm probably not even going to mess with this. So I'm just going to disable it. Because this thing just isn't going to pull. If I do end up having issues with it, then I'll turn the data logger on. And at that point, we'll work on seeing what's up with it. Now, I'm going to set a little bit of throttle curve on this. I don't really want a lot of throttle curve, but just something like that's fine. Brake curve, not really. Heck, I don't even know if the brake curve works when you have it on crawl reverse, but we're going to go with that right there. Software, it's fully, everything is set up, so we're just going to go ahead and let everything go here, and we are now all set. Just go ahead and click out of this, and you can take your wires loose. To calibrate the Traxxas ESC is pretty easy. Just simply hold the full throttle, turn it on, it just calibrated full throttle there. There's reverse. And there's neutral. And there's the arming. Oh yeah. Before I seal this thing up and all that, I just gotta try it real quick. This is gonna be awesome. Okay, I'm done with that. I'm gonna go ahead and close everything up, get everything zip tied down, and oh man, we're about to get outside. Let's go. Here we go. Did it actually break ground? That's awesome. Now, treads are tightened up at 5.5 volts on the BEC. The steering servo may be weaker than it was before. May have to put an external BEC or a direct power servo on this. And as far as price for the money, I may do another one of those HK Hobbies 35 kgs. That did really good in the RebelCon. Look at that. Let's go hit the dirt, because we know they're just not going to do well in the rock. But maybe with the tracks tight, maybe they will do better. Now let's try something real quick. Let's go ahead and head right over into this. Now, even with the large pinion gear, it's still in first gear in the transmission, so you're still really geared down. I'm curious if I'll be able to do anything with this here. We still got some skipping back there, even with the tightened up tracks. Got it though. I'm going to do a modification to these tracks. I just had to try the tightening up, which you guys mentioned, just to see how that would get the job done. And they're definitely better. But they still stretch under load, so that's kind of something I want to take care of. Nice. Now this is a climb right here that's going to be interesting. because it is really tough for some vehicles. I don't know how it's going to work out for this guy. I don't know if this one with the Traxx may actually get it nice and smooth, or okay, we're up against a wall just like we are with the tire trucks. Let's see if I can get up onto that. Holy shamoly guacamole. Come on, guys. Oh. Come on, you're so close to getting this. Oh. It actually got it. I am actually impressed. I'm gonna ease on down there. Man, you can tell that half a volt's going off that servo. Okay, to the dirt. As you guys can see, the lights are on. See? Simple, easy with any ESC. Just JST plug that thing right to the controller. To the dirt we go. I've got high hopes for this. Don't fail me, Traxx. Okay. These Traxx have a lot of potential. I hope to get everything I can out of them, because we're going to try to come up the back side of this as well. Let's get it. Oh. Let's try it again. Here we go. Oh. Oh, I was skipping the track. I'm gonna have to do my modification. Oh man, it's right there. Come on, little guy. Come on, little guy. Eat that hill. Ah, eat that hill, big guy. Come on. We're gonna get this. We're gonna get it or break it. I found out you can get these Traxx for like 30 bucks. Come on, guy. Come on, come on. I'm gonna get this. I was skipping the heck out of some track there. Did you guys hear that? Come on, come on. Golly. Oh, I am chewing that out. Look at that. Look at that. Ah, come on, little guy. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get it. I saw the shirt video where I was in the ditch. Got hung up on a bunch of stuff. And I recently went into this and started a little bit of water, weed eater and all that, to take out some of the stumps or sticks and all that. But regardless, I want to dress this up and make this completely usable. And I've done a lot of work to it just yesterday. But I want this to be a good mud pit area, just for testing all kinds of stuff. I think it'll be awesome. And my angle is not the greatest. Sorry about that. Kind of walking up on dry land right now. Complete with trees in the way. Now this up here is really soft for walking, but there's not going to be a bit of issue for this guy. Now this area right down in here gets really, really bad, but it's not going to be a bit of issue at all for the Traxx. Not after seeing what they went through at USTE. That's a big part of why I even have this truck, because that thing is just impressive. Now with the bushings that are in these Traxx, I know there are bearing kits and all that for them, but I mean, heck, the bushings are there because when you get in the water, snow. Oh, look at that skip. I gotta do my thing on that. But when you get into the nasty stuff, you don't have to worry about your bearings messing up. Oh, look at this. Look at that climb. Holy shamoly, I expected to have to use like some throttle.
That was impressive, and I brought up a tree.
Brushless changes everything on this. Hopefully you guys caught the little deal I mentioned about the JST powering the actual light transformer converter thing. So yeah, works perfectly. The Traxx, they've done a lot better when I tighten them up, but I still got to do that little thing. And I'm probably going to use some winch line and go through the track, wrap it a couple times to kind of keep it from expanding or stretching. Basically, almost like adding a belt, sort of, but awesome. And I got to tell you, in the dirt, these treads, these tracks hook up really good. Right there at the end when I was coming up that climb, did not expect to get that so easy. I just said, okay, let's try to crawl, see how it happens, and it came right on up. Phenomenal. Really happy with how this thing has turned out, but I've got to do the tread modification and I've got to get a servo in this thing. Problem is when I put a servo in it, now all that plastic up there, the pan-hard mounts and all are going to start flexing. Yeah, which means more mods got to happen, but that's just kind of the way it goes, right? Anyway, guys, check that description. I'll link up everything down below. I'll see if I can find the pan-hard bar pieces and all that stuff for you as well. Check that out. Use those links. They are affiliate links. AMAN, eBay, Amazon, and Horizon. Helps out the channel when you guys use them. So guys, if you want to help support XOKHRC, it's a great way to do it. Plus, all your parts are already found right there. Click, check out, boom. Guys, thank you all for watching. If you're still watching, you are top shelf. You are the cream of the crop, the pick of the litter. You are phenomenal. Thank you for watching to the end of the video. It means a lot to me. Now, down below, there are links for the products you see, also for channel memberships. If you guys want to be a part, channel members get early viewing on pretty much everything that I can. So, guys, check that description. There's a lot of info down there. Thank you all for watching.